Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Friday, February 28th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. Visible satellite imagery this morning shows lots of high-level clouds streaming into central and southern California from a weak area of low pressure off the coast. Expect this cloud cover to stick around today as that low pressure system continues to approach the coast. Otherwise, today will be a beautiful day with cooler but still warm temperatures before a big pattern change comes in. The weak low-pressure system approaching the coast today will bring a significant change to our weather after several days of very warm and dry conditions earlier this week. This system will reverse the flow back to onshore this afternoon, which will induce widespread significant cooling. The cooling will be most significant for the south coast, with a drop of as much as 15 to 20 degrees over yesterday. High temperatures will likely range in the 60s for the coastal areas and mid-70s for the inland valleys. The approaching low-pressure system and increasing moist onshore flow will bring a vast increase in humidity across the coastal plains today. Significant moistening will likely be limited to the coastal plains, while the higher terrain and the deserts will remain quite dry before further improvements this weekend. Minimums for the higher terrain and the deserts will likely remain in the single digits and teens today. The weather over the upcoming 7-day period is definitely going to feel more winter and early spring-like rather than the summer-like feel we experienced earlier this week with record high temperatures. Check out this model forecast of the large-scale upper air pattern for the next several days. It will be an active pattern to say the least, but not significantly impactful. A series of low-pressure systems will move through the region over the next week that will keep much cooler weather in place. Cloud cover is likely to be abundant through the period, and several chances of light precipitation are possible as well. As the active and unsettled weather pattern continues, additional cooling is expected this weekend. Temperatures will remain below normal, with valley highs maxing out in the mid-60s and the lower mountains in the 40s and 50s, with little change day to day through next week. Humidity will remain very high across the region this weekend through next week with the active weather pattern. On and off periods of light showers and isolated thunderstorms are likely over the region through the next week as the multiple low-pressure systems move through the region. There will likely be multiple rounds, the first being tonight through Saturday. For this first round, the cutoff low-pressure system off the coast will move into far southern California, but is mostly moisture-starved. Light showers and isolated thunderstorms are possible across Southern California tonight through Saturday, though it will most likely remain dry overall. The second round is slated for Sunday through Monday, with a better chance of more widespread light precipitation. Finally, a third round is slated for somewhere in the Wednesday and Thursday timeframe. However, since this one is much further out in time, there is much lower confidence in the details. Considering the duration of this active pattern, there remains low to moderate confidence in exact details on timing and rainfall totals. Though, there is decent agreement in forecast models that through next Thursday, rainfall totals are estimated to range at least 1 inch across much of the foothills and mountains, and up to a ½ inch or so for the lower terrain. Since the precipitation chances are spread over multiple days, and each wave seems to be rather weak, this wet pattern will certainly be beneficial with very minimal impacts. At this time, there is no notable concern for heavy rainfall, flooding, or debris flows. Little or no fire activity is expected across the region through the forecast period as we enter back into a period of cooler and wetter weather. The additional upcoming periods of light precipitation will continue to support seasonal green-up and increasing live fuel moistures that will help keep the region in a good spot with regards to future fire weather concerns. Hopefully, we can keep this train rolling with additional precipitation events as we get into March after a dismal start to the winter. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Monday, March 3rd. Have a fantastic day.